I rise in support of the Stopping Trafficking, Illicit Flows, Laundering, and Exploitation Act of 2020, or the STIFLE Act of 2020, bipartisan legislation that I introduced with my colleague, Representative Anthony Gonzalez from Ohio. Trafficking is a scourge on society, leaving millions of victims in its wake. Recent reports show that the global business of transnational crime is valued at between $1.6 to $2.2 trillion annually, resulting in crime, violence, terrorism, corruption, and human suffering. Illicit actors engaged in trafficking, whether in drugs, arms, wildlife, organs, or humans, they use dark markets to finance and hide their horrific activities and their profits. We need to identify, disrupt, and prosecute these financial networks to stop these abhorrent crimes. And that is what the STIFLE Act does. The STIFLE Act activates tools, partnerships, and guidance of a number of federal agencies to help financial institutions identify techniques and patterns of transactions that may involve the proceeds of trafficking. The legislation requires a report to Congress with recommended actions necessary to combat trafficking or money laundering of the proceeds. We must attack trafficking networks from all sides, using any effective approach. And targeting the finances of these networks is a key way that we can crack down on these illicit activities. The STIFLE Act is just one component of the bipartisan counter-trafficking initiative that the Financial Services Committee launched earlier this year. The long-term committee effort is designed to explore and expose the breadth and reach of international, transnational trafficking networks and their illicit finances. And I thank Chair Waters and Ranking Member McHenry for focusing our committee on this important work. Mr. Speaker, we must do more to protect innocent victims of trafficking and to take down the trafficking networks that prey upon our most vulnerable. This bipartisan bill is a step in that direction, and I urge my colleagues to support this important legislation. Thank you, and I yield back.